Okay, and now you have method 4, my favorite method for complex trinomials and factoring. Just guess. So you could actually just guess in order to factor a complex trinomial. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. Let's say you had 2x squared. I should have made up the question first. Plus, let's go with, I don't know, what's a good number? 15. Let's just make it a hard one. 2x squared, we'll go minus 11x. Okay, so here's my complex trinomial, and I want to factor it. So this method is just literally guessing, an educated guess. So first of all, I know it's going to factor into 2 brackets. I know that. The other thing I know is because my first term is a 2x squared, I know guaranteed, well, I think, probably, most likely, the first term in the bracket is going to be a 2x and an x, right? Because when I multiply those, you get 2x squared. So that's what I'm going with. I'm going to guess that. So you just make a guess. Okay, then the next step is, I know that my last 2 terms, they have to multiply to 15, positive 15. Whatever my last 2 numbers are, like maybe it's a 5 and a 3. I'm guessing. I know they have to multiply to 15 because like when you actually expand a binomial, like this, your last step is to multiply the 2 last terms together, and that's what gets you that guy. So I know that my last 2 terms in the brackets have to multiply to 15. The other thing I know is that since the middle number ends up equaling negative 11, I know that those 2 numbers are going to be minus signs because a negative times a negative is a positive, so positive 15, and negative 5 take away 3 would be negative 11. Now I just have to see like if that actually works because I just popped the 5 and 3 in there randomly. I don't know if that works. So now I would just trial it out. Like, okay, so 2x times x, 2x squared, check. 2x times negative 3, negative 6x. Negative 5 times x, negative 5x. Negative 5 times negative 3, positive 15. Collect my like terms. I got 2x squared minus 11x plus 15. So I literally just guessed it. Kind of just guessed it. Like I knew some stuff, so I used that to my advantage, and then I just figured out what would go in the brackets. Now, what could happen to you, what I'm surprised it didn't happen to me, is you could put the 2x and the x, and then you could like not know which one. Like maybe you're going to put the 3 there and the 5 there because you don't know. Maybe that's what you did. Well, it's going to come out when you're like, okay, 2x times x, 2x squared, check. Then I'm going to get negative 10x. And then when I do this, I'm going to get negative 3x. So that's not, I know right away, like that's not going to work because it's not going to equal negative 11. I know the 15 and the 2 are going to be fine because I made them work. So now I'm just battling to make sure the negative 11 works. And it doesn't in this case. So you have to be like, oh, that didn't work. So you have to be willing to like make some adjustments. And they're just minor ones. Like knowing that, oh, the 5 has to go there and the 3 has to go there. So yeah, this method is just literally guessing. So whatever it is, you're making an educated guess of the first 2 terms and the last 2 terms based on 2x squared and 15. And then you're just trying it out to see if the middle number works out. Okay, let's try one more, but I didn't make one up again, so unfortunately. Okay, let's say we had 3x squared plus something minus 8. Oh, I probably used this one already. Let's see here. Let's say plus 10x. I think that works. I think that's factorable. So 3x squared plus 10x minus 8. All right, I'm going for it. So I know it's going to make 2 brackets. Okay, my first number right here, since it's a 3, also this method works best if this number is small. If it's big, it makes it way harder. But since that number is small, I know one of these is going to be a 3x and one of them is going to be an x. I don't know that, but I just think that's probably likely. Okay, my next step is I know my back two numbers have to multiply to -8. So I don't know, again, what the numbers are, but like I'm thinking like, what comes to mind is 4 times 2. Like that's just a really common thing to multiply to 8, so I'm just going to stick them in the brackets in a random order. And since it equals -8, I know one of those is going to be negative, so let's just say that one. And one's going to be positive. I don't know if that will work. Okay, so now the key. I've got to make the 10x appear in the middle. So like, I don't really care that 3x times x is 3x squared. I already know that's going to work out. And I also don't care that -4 times 2 is -8. I know that's going to work out. So all I really care about is my two, like these guys. So 3x times 2 will give me 6x. -4 times x will give me -4x. If I add those together, I'm going to get 2. That's not 10. That is not going to work out. I am wrong. And I am way wrong. So, like, maybe I'm rethinking my numbers. Like, what else multiplies to 8? 8 and 1? Do I need to go that drastic? Or maybe I should just try like, changing up the location. Oh, I shouldn't have erased it so fast and I forget what the location was. Okay, I'll put my 4 here and my 2 here. Is that exactly what I had last time? Hope not. Okay, so I just switched the location. Because I'm not willing to go 8 and 1. That seems too drastic. Okay, so let's see what happens. So 3x times 4 will be 12x. And -2 times x will be -2x. And when I add those together, I get 10x, which is this guy. So yes, that will work. So my final answer was 3x minus 2 times x plus 4. And if I'm not really sure, I can just expand the whole thing out. Okay, and that was just like a guess method.